Hello family, I hope each one of you is doing okay. It's been a really long time since I uploaded a video. There's just so much going on, I haven't been able to settle down and edit my videos. We thank God for another beautiful day, and I have some chores I will be doing right here at my home. I just learned a new farming skill which I will be sharing with you later in the video. We will also harvest some marigold and make tea out of those flowers. But before we get to that, I have something new to add to my flower garden. I'm always collecting plants, so whenever I come across a flower or any trees, any plants that I don't have, I will always buy them and bring them home. While walking in our yard back at home, I realized there's one plant that I don't have, which is a caladium. So I didn't actually buy this one. I just took a piece of it from my mom's garden and brought it here. They are quite easy to grow, and in just a few weeks you will see how big this becomes. I have planted it somewhere near evergreens and just see how much color it is adding to this little garden. At the moment I'm just collecting all kinds of flowers and plants I can get, and then much later, when I've organized my home, then I will also reorganize my gardens. So if you see me planting all sorts of things, just know I'm collecting and preserving them for the future. I have a small update on the chickens. You remember the broody hens? They're already hatching their eggs. I don't know if we hatch eggs or hatch chicks. English is not my first language, so please forgive the mistakes I make. So that's the good news we are celebrating here in my homestead. And my farmhand is joining me on a mission today. We're just about to do something we've never done before. The only reason I'm doing it is because the entire village is doing it, not because I understand how this works. So over the past few years, there's been a lot of changes in our climate, but this year has been the weirdest of them all. We will be welcoming the month of August in just a few days to come, and the rain has refused to stop. We have two planting seasons in a year, that is in March and in August. So we are supposed to be planting our maize again in August, and what we planted in March is not dry yet. At this time of the year, usually our maize is dry and out of the farms, and our farms are prepared for planting. But things are so different this time. You can see all around me, the farms are still green, yet we are supposed to be planting again. So over the past few weeks, I've seen a practice I haven't seen before in my village, and I'm also tempted to try it. We are simply giving way to the new planting season by clearing our farms, even though the maize is not dry. So I've seen many villagers cut the maize stalks and bundle them together. I made inquiries and was told this makes them dry faster and also gives you space to plant. We haven't got the hang of it yet, that's why you see it falling. We're just going to try and balance it out so that it stands. As much as I say I don't understand how this works, I realize it is simple science. When you cut off the food supply to the plant, then it dries up. The same goes for all living things. For those of us living in East Africa, I know we share the same climate. Let us know what's happening in your regions. I need to know if I should be worried or not. So please leave a comment. We finally managed to balance it. It's now standing on its own. So we're gonna add more maize until we have those big heaps, and we will leave it there for a few days to dry, then we shall harvest. I know many of you out there eat your maize green, but here maize happens to be our staple food and we leave it to dry. The bigger part of the harvest is left to dry and then milled into flour, which we use to make ugali. The dried maize can be stored for so many years depending on the storage method you use. Though we dry the bigger portion of our farm harvests, we really enjoy the green maize too. I'm made to understand this is a very traditional way of drying maize, and it's quite rare to see anyone doing it these days. Please drop a comment and let us know if you still practice what I'm doing today. I'm so glad to finally get to practically use the physics that I learned in school. You see the kind of balancing I'm doing here? Surely nothing is done in vain. I never knew I would ever use the kind of physics I was learning anywhere. But here I am in the farm putting physics into practice. As much as we should always be cautious with everything we do, sometimes it's just better to flow with the current. On this task, I decided to flow with the current of the village. Every day is a learning day, and of course, all those people can't be wrong. I got into this blindly, but somehow I feel I am doing the right thing, and it's all beginning to make a lot of sense. So we are going to clear the last bit of the farm, and we're going to make a different heap for this other side. The first heap is already too big, and we need the maize to dry fast. We already prepared the farm for planting with the maize still standing on it, so once we clear, we're just ready to plant. I've always had lots of marigold in my garden, but I didn't know how important they were to our health until I watched a video on YouTube and I decided I'm never going to let them go to waste. Marigold have lots of seeds, and whenever they flower, I just let them fall on the ground and then the seeds just grow back into more and more marigold. They're quite beautiful in the garden, and something else I learned is that they repel snakes and mosquitoes as well. You can also make tea from it with loads of health benefits. So for the first time, I'm going to harvest the flowers and I will be making marigold tea. The tea is quite simple to make. All you need is hot water. Just pour it over the flowers, allow it to settle for some time, to diffuse, and just like that, you have this delicious, healthy, aromatic tea. So I'm first going to remove the flowers and separate it from the green part that holds the flower. You can put them in a kettle and just boil them slightly. I'm putting mine in a jar and I'm going to pour hot water over them and leave them to settle for about 30 minutes. We now have our water and the flowers in the jar. We will give it a little time to extract all that richness that we want from the flowers, and in no time our drink will be ready. Our marigold tea is ready. You can enjoy it hot or cold. I did not sweeten mine and it was just delicious. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you in the next. Bye.